I think this first round will show us what kind of tempo we're going to be operating for the rest of this game. Again, you see them pushing out towards grass now. Maybe try and take some garage control here.
Instant dark covers coming out on both sides. Repositioning is coming out on the attacking sides, going back over, pushing back over towards mid doors. Looks like that might be their breach point. They're going to go ahead and use the Sova, try to get a little bit more information. Seems like they might have themselves a path to work with, so how are they going to capitalize off of it in a quick move? They're going to go all the way back around, trying to make it back over towards the defender spawn location. Quick plays coming out on both sides. Readjustments coming out from the defensive line. You can see the walls popped up, force them to go back up and around. So that means if they're going to make the push back over towards C, it's going to be very careful with it. It's going to be Eccles that's going to have to step away, and looks like we've switched into a little bit slower of an approach from the attack, as now they have been entirely spotted out, potentially retreating back up.
No, and that rotation from A hasn't come through yet, so Scream's still up in heaven. You can see now slow rotation coming out from the NIP boys. But I love you see Aftershock there to clear off logs. That was actually a really nice setup there for them to clear that. Unfortunately, not in a position to push off it. But you can see now Fearoth actually going to take a little peek down long, maybe put out a recon bolts, check back sight. But Scream repositioning into heaven, obviously not going to give that information away.
Revealing area.
I like the wariness of making the approach whenever they were entirely spotted out, but Rhyme's just going to go ahead and run his gun right into C, trying to get a little bit of a line of sight onto it. Cryptic's taking a couple of shots, does connect over with one of them. Looks like they're trying to go for a little bit of control back over on the C point, but it's going to be Eccles also stepping forward. This is not going in NIP's favor at the time. Another pop-off coming on the side of it. Eccles playing off the side. He's just picked up another one. He is just absolutely massacred Ninjas and Pyjamas to get this one started.
Yeah, nice hold from Eccles there. And again, not taking the bait as well. Obviously, Fearoth actually getting the pick onto Scream over in A heaven. You can see fish123 held down defense over towards, I guess, the backside of garage and C site. So not taking the bait as soon as there was some presence shown over on A, and still committing 3 over there. But fantastic pistol round from Eccles there.
I like Ninjas and Pyjamas' approach to that, though. They were trying to go for kind of a different plays, got spotted out, retreated back, started to do a little bit of feelers on what's going on, specifically making the push back over towards A, using a couple of Sova abilities, and then making the quick push back over towards C, hoping maybe some attention got baited back over towards A, but unfortunately it did not work out for him.
Nope, so I'm going to see Scream looking for a little bit of fun over towards window, but nobody really giving anything up. But again, another couple of players moving down towards C long. You can see a Marshall in hand. He's looking for something, but Cryptic's got the spy cam. He's actually going to spot that position over in Cubby. He's going to lose the spy cam, unfortunately, but they've still got the trap wire. Another really slow approach here on the side of the NIP guys. Don't want to rush into anything just yet.
They seem to be going with the strategy of slow and steady wins the race. Link's getting a little bit of aggression thrown back his way, stepping around with the shotgun, not going to get much out of it. Goes down off good shots coming out from hip. Are going to go for the reposition off the side. You can see Cypher's playing right along the inside of it. Do have a team member that does go down, and quick pickups coming out yet again from fish123.
Yeah, Paranoid actually got sent down. That's going to put a couple of players down C long. And Rhyme's actually going to find Scream on site as well, trying to get set up with a spy cam here. Spike not down just yet, but the Dahl will actually land. Cryptic's actually landed a headshot with the Spectre on the cross, but there you go. Actually, Soulcast's going to find a really nice shock dart, and Kree will fall on site here. So still looking to try and retake this in a 3v2.
Nice shots coming out from Rhyme there, getting a little bit more control back over towards. They made the spike plant, trying to go for the shots onto it, but that's just a quick flip in coming out from Cryptic's. Going to go ahead and take down 2 and take down, well, gotta look out for those arrows rolling from the sky, it looks like. Going to go ahead and take down the spike, and that's going to be the round switch over. Defenders win yet again, moving this into 2-0.
Yeah, nice attempt from NIP to get something going in round 2, obviously with the part force up. But again, fish123 holding well, and now we're going to see the operator investment for Eccles. A couple of Bulldogs still on the table though as well, and the other 2 members don't really have an awful lot of money. You can see they're going to buy up Bulldogs. Scream, I guess, are going to be in a position to just force up with a Spectre. But they're obviously going to know that there's only really going to be a couple of pistols and maybe an SMG on the other side.
Well, looks like NIP is going to be making the push back over towards A, maybe make the shift back over towards B as they're making the feels across that side. Scream's trying to hold the defensive line, does get taken down, but Eccles yet again performing up for his team's going to take down Fearoth. Quick repositions coming out on the side of fish123 as Soulcast, the rest of the crew are managing to stall out the quick push coming out from A. So, now how are we going to see NIP react to this? It seems like usually when they get spotted out, they try to do something a little bit cheeky, shift over to a different direction, try to find some unexpected pathing. But looks like right now they're kind of caught up and maybe having a conversation on what they need to do next themselves.
And actually, Link going to find hit, but Spike stuck all the way down on towards A long, and Eccles is trying to hold that dark cover. He just looks away at the wrong moment there. I'm not sure if Rhyme opted to push out. He didn't know he's going to back up, but you see now Link's put the wall down on entrance to B. And actually, Spike's going to make his way back through sewers here. Korea down to 31 HP, so not going to be able to do an awful lot here, but maybe going to be able to get himself a kill on the entry if Eccles does miss his first shot, but the way he's been playing, I don't think it's likely.
Looks like they're going to go ahead and go for a full-on push, waiting for everybody to regroup, but everybody's looking back over towards long right now, so that's going to allow a little bit of a sneak out. Soulcast does manage to take down a little bit of the camera, looking off to the side, goes for a headshot onto one, picks up a second one, and spins it back around for a third. NIP tried to make the push out of it, but it's going to be Soulcast that just completely says no thank you.
Really nice. Again, good hold from Fish there. A couple of juicy eco frags, but they get their third round on the board now, and NIP in a position to buy up. So fish123 actually going to keep 3 Bulldogs on the table. Obviously nobody died, so they're just going to try and bank some economy out of this.
I like it. Make sure that you can try to compete with what's going on because you know that the buy is coming in. So IP is starting to commit a little bit more resources into it. You can see Scream's going to be the guy that's holding down the window point. Let's see if any pushes are going to be coming through. Quick pickup coming up from Lucker. Good shot. So now we're going to have to see how this one comes through as they do get the early frag, and that's one of the things that NIP has been struggling with. So let's see how they reposition off of that, as it looks like since they got that opening kill, they're going to potentially switch back over towards A.
And again, we talked about potentially not having an answer for Scream and his aggression, and then we get to round 4 and we see Scream just try and wide swing out mid. Lucker ready and waiting with the operator, as he's known to do, picking up the first bloods. He's been very consistently, and there you go. He's actually going to find Soulcast behind default there. Flow Orb going to get sent out into heaven. Aldrome going to go and check out site, and Link's actually got a position here next to Graffiti, and Rhyme's actually going to find him through the cage.
Resource commitment is coming out for NIP now. They're in a 5v2. The spike's going to be going down. It's going to be Hip that managed to get it. Looks like everybody on the other side of this fish123 just says, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get much. They might be retreating out, maybe trying to go for a flank around, but I think that this is just a save. Whenever you start playing off in cubby around C, I think that's just saying, all right, let's just try to keep the economy going.
Well, they've obviously got the operator, and we know they came into this round with 3 Bulldogs on the table. And again, this one, you can kind of see it as an opportunity to just bank as much as possible and maybe do some damage to the enemy team's economy. So absolutely right decision. Keep the operator in the hands of Eccles, because he's obviously got a free buy going into next round. You see Cryptics also and Eccles.
He hasn't even died yet. Look at that, Eccles. Just holding it out. That's a massive amount of respect. All right, so now the question comes into play. We can see NIP has managed to put 1 on the board. Can they continue this momentum coming forward? Making a push off to the side. Looks like they're doing a little bit of an eye back over towards A right now. They've got the spike with them, but it looks like they might be doing a little bit of a push back over towards C to feel that one out. It's just going to be Cryptics that's going to be holding down right around C long positioning.
Yeah, let's see a little bit of a stack over towards A long as well. You can see 3 players stacked over there. They're going to look for some early information here. Soulcast actually looking to push deep. Eccles holding the corner right now with the operator. He might actually get a little bit of a peek there. This is the first one, but Soulcast's actually going to be in a position to pick up Rhyme and Fearoth. Tries to avoid the flashpoint. Hip will pick him up. That's going to force Eccles back onto site. But again, this early round defensive aggression from fish123. And again, the trade's going favorably for them. So kind of shutting down any presence that NIP might try and show over towards A site.
Kree's Omen doing a look around back towards B. Got the Sage Wall that's up in front of him. It's the fact they can't make too much out of that one. Now it's all about repositionings, as it looks like on the other side of it, NIP is trying to do a little bit of a feel back over towards A, but the defensive line right now for fish123 is continuing to hold. We're seeing a much more methodical approach whenever we see how NIP approaches these fights. They're willing to, I don't know, push off in different directions, take it a little bit slower than some of the other games that we were seeing yesterday, which were much more run and gun heavy.
You see Eccles defaulting back to heaven now. He's just going to play and try and go. Actually, Scream going to get picked up by Korea over in mid. Link's there for the trade, but again, this could bait out the rotation, and absolutely, you can see Eccles pulling all the way away from heaven now, and that's actually going to be the signal for them to push in. But he's actually going to find Hip as he tries to cross over past default. Spike now in the hands of Lucky. He's going to try and get it planted just next to Hell. Only 10 seconds left on the clock, so going to force the plant out there, and now the 3v2 retake situation here for fish123.
They're going for a little bit of peek off the side. Going to go in, throw down the slow orb as well. Keeps eyeing back over towards heaven, but no push coming out from there just quite yet. So slowly creeping back away from this one. He's got to be careful, as he now does have the shroud that is up on top of him. So now got to be careful off of this one. Just listening for footsteps at this point, seeing if it's going to feel out. He does have another teammate that's with him playing on the outside of a good pickup. Does manage to tap that one in. Oates is stepping back and away from this one, just throwing out the Sova ultimate, trying to get a little bit more work done with the Hunter's Fury. Off on the side of it, Cryptix, though, is just stepping up and forward and instantly takes down two of the members for NIP, but the attackers are going to get it.
Yeah, again, you guys from NIP just playing the time correctly there. Hunter's Fury denying any chance of the defuse, and again, Cryptix going to pick himself up. 2 consolation kills, but NIP will get their second on the board now, in the scoreline to 3-2.
2 back-to-back losses coming out for fish123. You heard the desk talking about a lot of times these maps can be defender-sided, so while they do have the lead right now, dropping a couple of rounds might put them in a little bit of a disadvantaged position. I know, Hypoc, you also fall in the category of the attacker versus defender round conversation, kind of like driving you a little bit nuts, because it always seems to be variable, for lack of a better term.
I think it comes down to the ways that teams play. And again, teams that kind of adapt. You can talk about G2 and fish123 being 2 that kind of demonstrate this aggression on defense. Actually, Flashpoint going to come in onto B side. Lucker's going to find that one with the Owl drone tag through the cage. Cryptix holding close by. Dark cover going to go down, just covering outside. And no push coming in just yet from NIP. So slowly working off this pick. Link's actually going to find Kree elsewhere. And you can see Eccles going to pick himself up a freebie. Rolling Thunder invested over onto B side, but no push coming out just yet. And there you go. Eccles is there to back up Cryptix again. Going to find his second with the operator on the round.
Reposition a lot of utility. We saw a push back over towards B, but it looks like maybe a reposition back over towards C is where we were looking for. Now it's going to be Lucker on that Sage. Got himself up, but not going to be able to connect with that shot. He's been putting in a lot of work, but he knows he is firmly surrounded and in a disadvantaged fight. A 1v4, but we have seen him perform pretty decently so far, so let's see if he can manage to inflict a little bit more casualties on the side of it. Quick little beat around the side is going to go ahead and take the shot back over, but no, it's going to be Eccles that comes up on top yet again. Pushes up into a 4-2 in favor of fish123.
Yeah, Eccles is demonstrating really, really good consistency right now. And again, he was hitting shots yesterday. Unfortunate series for him. You didn't really get to see much action, but he was still hitting shots. But already a much better start today. He's seeing a lot of camera time, and he's seeing a lot of contact actually with these plays that fish123 are setting up. So can get himself up to 9-1 already, and now NIP in a little bit of a weird situation economy wise, but I think we're going to see a force up from a couple of the players. Maybe just try and work around these phantoms that have been purchased.
I am back around the window location, potentially making push back over towards B or A. Haven't seen too much aggression really coming out back towards the window location just quite yet. So Link's going to continue to hold down that position, throw out the wall early, buy a little bit more space, as it looks like the entire pack of NIP is starting to make a push back around A long. Bringing out the knives to get a little bit more speed, and it looks like they're just going to go ahead and try to gun their way through this one, but on the other side of it, it's going to be Eccles, and by God, this man has been absolutely on fire so far. See if he can go ahead and pick himself up a couple more kills on the approach. Has to do a little bit of a step away from this, trying to bait out, see if maybe he can get some different shots on different angles that nobody is expecting. But the entirety of NIP is just starting to push down below him, and he doesn't have a clear sight line. Spike's starting to go down, and that's going to be Fear off with the plant, trying to get away from it. Sova does manage to pick him up. It's going to be another Hunter's Fury coming in.
Yeah, Soulcast trying to get that. Again, Link's actually going to come around with the flank, find Rhyme and Lucka. Actually going to peek in towards Suez there. He's going to find Hip as well. It's his third on the round now, so just one player remaining. Just a matter of time. There you go. Eccles will be the one to pick it up with the operator. Again, really, really good stuff from him. Playing his life really effectively up in heaven there. He's waiting for the shrouded step to come through into the dark cover, but no pressure going up towards heaven. I think they just wanted to play around the phantoms on site, as I said. Maybe just try and hold down on site itself. And this is going to be an interesting thing here is whether or not we see, again, since that one round where we saw Scream swing out in mid and die, we haven't really seen any of that mid aggression from fish123. And obviously now they've got to have a better idea of the economy on Nip. So we're not going to see Scream swing out here. And you can see he's actually set up in front of B this time. And this is the first time in 3 rounds since he's died doing it we've seen him.
Well, let's see if he can get away with it this time, or if he's going to have to just learn the lesson and stay away from it. Looks like nobody's actually going to be eyeing too much over towards window. Reposition is coming back down, maybe do a little bit of a creep down as they are looking towards doors right now. Fearoth's going to start making a little bit more of a push back over towards that angle. Nobody's playing on the other side of this from fish123 up around that window, so Sova's going to creep out, try to get a little bit more information to work with. Not going to spot out anybody just yet, but finally does spot out at least one defender back over towards B. So let's see how we see everybody on NIP opt into playing this.
See, slow push coming through Garage here. Spycam from Cryptics is going to pick this information up early. Again, fault line gets sent in, but no follow-up just yet. You can see Cryptics just holding tight left outside connector. He has got the cage as well set up, so again, don't think he's going to see any contact from long. You can see 4 players stacked up inside Garage. You can see already the rotation from fish123. 1 player come back to back site, and 1 just holding down the entry here. Rolling Thunder actually going to get invested. That's not going to catch Cryptics, weirdly enough, and Scream going to try and come and counter peek that. And then you go, the push actually comes through to the spawn. Link's going to line up 3 of them. They tried to force their way through the defensive spawn. Ryan will find Screamy elsewhere, but Link going to pick up his 4th on the round. That's a fantastic hold from fish123 there. The setup was absolutely fantastic.
Oh man, they were so patient trying to make that work and then just ran right into a spray that tore them absolutely to shreds. 6-2 now over in favor of fish123, and Link has now stepped up to be the #1 fragger, moving up to 12-4. Sure, you gotta say based off of KDA though, Eccles 10-1's super solid.
Yeah, no, absolutely love that. Again, the camera from Cryptics absolutely crucial in that setup. Again, the whole time he's just relaying in that information. It gives fish123 all the time in the world. Once he spots 2 people there, as soon as they get contact, obviously the wall tries to block off see Link, but just a fantastic hold from Link nonetheless. Now, you see Scream getting a little bit aggressive. He's got himself tucked inside Cubby outside of B, but have to wait and see if he tries to do anything else from this position. You see a little bit of a stack over towards C long here from NIP.
Looks like this was going to be their angle of approach. They've got a Cypher that's hanging out on the defensive side, waiting right over there behind box. Just kind of sitting there waiting, chilling, seeing if he's going to peek around for it. Nobody checks the corner, so that's 1-2 pickups off of a good place coming out from Cryptics. NIP do manage to get control, but at what cost? Soulcast is trying to creep up back behind it. He gets taken down as well, so it's going to be quick repositionings coming out inside fish123, but it's going to be quick pickups coming out on the side of NIP. See how they decide to play this when there is going to be a reposition coming around outside. Looks like contemplating pushing down C long, or B long, sorry, C long. I was right on that one. Sorry, got confused on it for just a second. But now we're going to have to see how they're going to want to approach. It looks like the Sage is repositioning as well.
Yeah, Echo's going to try and get something done with the operator here. Link's actually going to swing on defensive spawn. He's going to find Kriya with the Phantom headshot. Second comes in, but Rhyme's actually going to come out on top of that one. Dark cover going to get sent out now. And actually, Eccles does have the paranoia to work with still, so you can see Rhyme's actually repositioned behind Platt using the dark cover, and there you go. Actually a fantastic angle found. That's going to shut down Rhyme coming out on top of the 1v2 there after his teammate fell.
And just like that, Eccles doubles his deaths. Oh, man. All right, so we got on the side. You can see the push starting to come through. Looks like they're eyeing back over towards A. Now sitting at the 6-3 scoreline. Fish123 making a statement for themselves. Meanwhile, good economy coming through. Nice buys on both sides. You can see got an operator popping off in the hands of Lucker, and it's going to be for Eccles as well. These guys have been absolutely on fire with that. Lucker not being able to find quite as many angles as we've been able to see Eccles find, but quick lean out, looking back down towards A long. If they step around that corner, they could find themselves in a world of hurt. There are already two people positioned on it. You can see a step up coming for it. Quick play is coming out from Scream, picking up two. Lucker does manage to hit the shot back over towards Eccles, but it's still just continuing to be the Scream show. Finally gets taken down. Going to try to see Lucker going for the res, stepping away from this one, realizing that, oh my God, A is too hot. Trying to get away from it, but look at the extension starting to come out from Link on the other side of this. Siege is already repositioned back over, looking towards B, and hasn't been spotted just quite yet, but I think has heard the footsteps.
No, really good. Finally, Scream getting some value off the early aggression. He's having a rough start to this map, but that's definitely going to get him rolling in terms of momentum here. Link's pushed his way all the way down outside mid doors. Obviously, the revive did get invested here to put it back to a 2v3. But fantastic push down A long there. And again, actually, Scream's done fantastically well to avoid the flashpoint and pick up for the fourth after that. Lucker might actually find Link here. He will do. That's going to be his third on the round and actually brings this to a 2v2. So very much winnable right now for NIP.
Look at this, but the bait's starting to go. Everybody from the defensive line starting to move back over towards B and C. That's opened up A. That Cypher that's right on point right now, going for the plant. Looks like Soulcast has realized what's going on. You already see the spike has gone down, so Soulcast playing around the outside of it's going to spot him out real quick. Going to run over there and start to go for the fuse. Can Sage and Lucker even make it over there in time? He's going to be able to get a line of sight. Does manage to tap back over towards one. Stops the defuse off of it. Misses the shot. And that's going to open up the doors for Cryptics, and this is going to be another round going back over towards Fish123.
Yeah, fantastic round from Lucker. There you go. Just see how much damage Scream's able to do from this position. Unfortunately, again, goes for the wall bang. I think actually he would have had enough bullets left to go for the ace there should he have not opted to go for that. But Lucker finally coming in with the trade. But Lucker had a fantastic round there. Unfortunately, just missing out on the ace. Cryptics over there. And again, Soulcast managing to go over there. And they know the information from where the previous player had died, that as soon as the spike goes down, they've got the opportunity to stick it for the first half. Give themselves a bit of a time cushion. Lucker just falling at the final hurdle.
Oh, tries to go for the peek over through window and going to think about never doing that one again. It's quickly being picked off. Eccles still continuing his reign of terror on that Omen with the operator. Looks like reposition. Going back over to the side, Lucker's thinking, okay, well, let's go for another peek back over towards this, and it's going to be a quick push coming out from NIP, looking like they might go back over towards doors or potentially B as they keep glancing both directions. Slow push starting to move a little bit closer back over towards B on this. They've got the Sage on the other side. You can see that it's going to be Scream on the breach, trying to see if he can line anything up. But it's going to be quick repositions coming through. Scream might be able to get a feel for what's happening on this one. There was a little bit of utility to buy some more time, but it's going to be all about Link's angle of whenever you see the approach coming out from
They're about to wall over this. They're actually about to wall over this into B side. Flashpoint comes out. Link's actually going to get swarmed to the front. Rolling Thunder invested. Scream could find himself a massive amount of kills here, but he doesn't check top box. Eccles will find Hip after that. And now Rhyme going to invest the neural theft, but the peak comes out from Cryptics before the information goes over. We are going to find him. Actually, Shrouded Step going to send him back over the other side, and actually Soulcast reads it perfectly. And we'll find Kriya, the final player. And Fish123 will put an 8th round on the board. And this is a huge round for NIP if they want to make things as easy as possible for them on the second half, or at least give themselves the best possible chance here. Talking about that 4-round buffer from the half. But again, I haven't seen somebody wall over into B site for a long time, but Scream's so unfortunate there not to check the top box. His Rolling Thunder was actually bang on the money.
I just want more of it. I know it's a very dangerous play, but there's just something about it. Just the outward aggression coming out from NIP. We talked about the fact that they've been moving a little bit slower on their approaches. Scream just steps off to the side, goes ahead and picks off Lucker, who has been a big component of success for NIP right now. So now going for the reposition as they're firmly aware everything's making their approach back over towards A. So let's see how NIP managed to handle this, as now that they have been spotted and already lost one.
Again, I love this though. Scream just swings out sewer. They get the kill. They back up immediately. They absolutely know not to overinvest in that. Now they've got the man advantage and they can just slow play this out, force NIP into a tricky position and maybe force out and execute elsewhere on the map. But you can see Link now got himself right up close next to the doors and garage, and actually he's going to have somebody walking round hip, taking a little stroll too far, and he's going to lose his head for it. And again now, reducing the numbers on NIP, and this is when fish123 just looks so fantastic. The early aggression pays off, they get the pick, they back up, they play a default setup, and they just wait for NIP to walk into them. Again, as long as they can play the trade favorably after this, it's a round in the bag.
Fish123 is so good at capitalizing on small victories and turning them into round victories. Fearoth does manage to pick up Cryptics, but it's a quick turnaround exchange on both sides. As now you can see, it is just going to be Kree on the Omen, trying to get a little bit of work off to the side of it. Back behind this, there's going to be the Sovas trying to get in a little bit work. Does manage to get off a Hunter's Fury to connect onto it. But now what is he going to do? Soulcast has got the angle for it, does spot it out and quick pickup, and that makes it 9-3. If you're an NIP fan, you got to start being worried.
Again, I love the little seconds hesitation there from Scream. Tried to put the aftershock in to shut down Fearoth on the Hunter's Fury, but he does fall anyway. But like I said, again, fish123 just playing that absolutely textbook, peeling back as soon as the pick comes in, and then they just hold him over on C. Really, really good stuff. Really, really impressive defensive half from fish123 overall.
All right, so now we're going into the side switch, getting everything set and configured. Looks like we might be seeing a little bit of a push back over towards mid doors, is trying to eye this one out, but it's a full stack coming up on the defense. 3 members looking back over towards B window site, maybe thinking about going for a push out. I have to see how this one goes, as everybody looks like they're configured for a very quick shootout, as this is going to turn into the OK Corral pretty quickly.
Yeah, actually a wide swing out from NIP here, looking for some early mid aggression. Hip's going to find Eccles, but Link's good for the trade. There you go. Actually, Fearoth's going to get himself under window, but Link will find his second here. Paranoia sent out by Kriya. He's got to fall back if he wants to keep his life. Down to 10 HP only. And actually a 2-for-2 trade early on here for the guys. So that should slow things down a little bit. But actually, as I say that, fish123 just absolutely stomping through sewers. They're going to go try and take control of A site. Rhyme going to come through from A Link here. Maybe get a peek on. Doesn't find anything on the entry, so he's going to have to back up, wait for his teammates. The Spike will go down here.
Repositioning back over towards Heaven. He's got reinforcements coming through now, making this into a 3v3. The Spike is down. Shifting back over into A short. You can see that's where they're trying to find the angle of defense right now. Going to be Sage stepping right up into position. Going to be right on top of the Spike right now. Goes ahead and spots up the camera, takes that one down. Push is starting to come out now from the defending side. Spotting up on the side of it. Link's going to go for a little bit of a step off to the side. Does manage to connect onto one, but gets taken down as well. Cryptics has to step back and away from this one. Has to be very careful. Looks like they're going to be going for a little bit more information before they make the push out. They do see the Sova take it down, but that's going to be another one exchanged out, moving this down into a 1v1. Rhyme steps back over towards the Spike, manages to connect with the shots, takes them down, and that's going to be NIP picking up a round.
Yeah, big round for NIP there. Again, they just couldn't run the clock down far enough. Trying to bait them to get pushed into sewers there. The Owl drone coming out late as well, just to try and buy a bit more time, but unfortunately, fish123 aren't able to hold on to that one. Again, Link, again, whiffed a couple of shots. He found the first one, but the trade was pretty much immediate, so he couldn't do any further work from that position, which is unfortunate there, but like I said, big round for NIP. Getting the pistol round on defense should be an opportunity for them to string together a few rounds.
Yeah, they've got the economy in their favor now. They've got control. Looks like they're opting into a 2-1-2 setup across C, B, and A respectively. Push coming back over next to doors. Can be fish123 slow creeping out. Seeing what information can be found there. Is now Owl's going to come out as well, trying to see if they can spot anything on their approach. Not going to see too much just quite yet. Eccles going to be the guy that's doing a little bit of a peek over. Does manage to get a little bit more information coming out from the Sova. He's going to creep right over into C, but instantly gets spotted out. Quick pickups, but it's going to be Link coming around the other side of this one. Going to go ahead and throw out the slow orb, as now it's starting to look like a little bit of control is starting to happen back over towards C. Spike's going to go down, and yes, does get planted.
And again, I love the entry through connector there. The trade coming in at just the right time, but you could argue Lucka shouldn't have been able to get 2 kills from that spot. And actually, Soulcast's going to get revealed on site. And actually, Fault Line invested onto default here. The aftershock gets sent through as well. That's going to force them into a tricky position. Actually, Cryptics is going to have to hold the line. He's going to find Rhyme underneath logs, but Fearoth and Hip Going to find 2 kills, and that just leaves Link in a 1v2 situation. He did see the barrel of the gun there, so he's going to have the position on one. The defuse is coming through. He's got it halfway already, but Link, absolutely fantastic work there. They pick up 3 on the round. That's a huge, huge round to answer back from fish123.
Moves them up into 10 versus 4. That's going to help stabilize their economy back. We thought that NIP could have control over this one for a couple of rounds, winning that first side on defense, but looks like we're going to see fish123 make them work for this one as hard as they can. Now we're going to start to see a little bit of a modification on the defensive line as now the Sage is being repositioned back around window, playing that short area next to C. See how the extension comes out as fish123 is starting to throw down a little bit utility, trying to go for vision off to the side of this one, spotting out way down C long, but does not see anybody. It's going to be Cree trying to take a couple of shots, does not connect on it. It's going to have to figure out how we're going to see fish123 respond with all this information they're gathering.
Yeah, and again, this is a big opportunity for fish123 to get a couple of rounds in terms of momentum. Again, the economy not going to be great on the side of NIP, and when it's a 10-4 scoreline, this one is absolutely crucial when you're going to invest a little bit into it. So you can see big stack over towards C long here. Actually going to be 4 players down there, and Link just posted back on the box outside mid doors. Actually, Paranoia going to get sent down long, and that's actually going to be a pretty big Paranoia. And Lucker's actually going to find one with the Bucky on the way in. The slow orbit's fantastic. He finds Scream on the entry as well.
It is just such a good defense coming back over towards C. Every single time he managed to find some type of way to turn it into 2 kills. Lucker now starting to creep back out and around this one. Looks like he might be trying to go for some type of flank or reposition. Maybe just check to see if anybody's playing over there next to doors. Not going to spot out too much just quite yet. But it's still going to be a continuation back over towards C as we're just seeing a little bit of a dance coming out from fish123, uncertain on how they want to advance on this.
Yeah, Korea's still holding back Plat here. Fault line. Actually, Lucker's going to find a third with the Bucky, but Cryptic's there for the trade. Now you're going to see a little bit of a push over towards B, and actually Hip still holding down A Link. It's going to cause some problems. Actually, he's going to swing onto the plant there. Obviously, the time running out there, they had to commit to the spike plant. Link, unfortunately, not able to defend his teammate long enough. And that will be the round going over to NIP. So 10-5 the scoreline. And like I said, that was a huge, huge round in terms of investing back into that and stopping any momentum from fish123. So absolutely huge round coming out from Lucker in particular with the Bucky.
He is just constantly performing. It feels like every single time we turn around, he's managing to do 2-for-1 exchanges. And that is the key to a long-term victory. As long as you can keep turning that back around and just kind of neutralize at least one extra person other than yourself, you're opening up the doors for success for the rest of your teammates, especially whenever he's sometimes being forced to play against 4 people at a time. Now let's see how we see fish123 wanting to move with their aggression. Starting to look back around, maybe do a glance back over towards B, but not liking what they see, instead repositioning back over towards A. It looks like they have a little bit of an opening to work with, but there is a lot of vision that's back over towards this A side. As you can see, a couple of different defenders from NIP starting to make a position and play back over there, trying to move close as they're starting to get a feel. Maybe that's where we're going to see fish123 make their push. But looks like fish123 says, nope, okay, let's just do our reverse bait and go back over here next to doors, maybe make a push back over towards B, as it looks like they are going to be able to bump into Fearoth, who's hiding right on the other side of these doors, patiently waiting, seeing if he can spot anybody out. He's just holding the angle. They glance around that side. Oh, they do spot him out. Quick takedown, and that's going to be a rush back over towards C. You can see utility being thrown out, and everybody from fish123 just charges through. Cree has to step back away from this one. Doesn't manage to connect with any shots, so now it's going to be a full retake as everybody on NIP has to start running their way over here to help with the defense.
See, the Paranoia is cancelling each other out there, but I guess Eccle's going to come out on top of it in terms of the push coming through. Fault line from Scream going to be set up for connector here, so as soon as they get any sort of audio cue to swing on this, you see Link is ready. Actually, he's going to come all the way back over towards long. Scream opting to push through the dark cover into Garage here. This is kind of huge from Scream if you can get any value off this. Now you can see actually Cree going to try and stomp back through, and there you go. fish123 going to pick up 2-3 kills now. And actually Cryptic's going to find his third on the round. That's a fantastic hold. And again, just such a slow, methodical push through Garage there. Picking up the kill in Garage just gives them absolute access to. And Cree, unfortunately, you can't really do anything about the fact that he gets paranoid and 4 people are stomping through connector, so has to back all the way up and give sight away to the attacking boys.
11-5 in favor of fish123 right now. Fish123 has just been, lack of a better term, very dominant in a lot of their play. Whenever they decide to go and they decide to execute back over towards a play, the whole team seems to be together and know exactly how they want to handle it. Scream coming up and forward, making push very aggressively back over towards B. Not a lot of defense set up onto it, just looking at angles. You can see it's going to be Hip. Looking back over there, he's got himself the Sheriff to work with, trying to see if he can spot out anybody. Doesn't quite see it just yet. It's a very extended, I guess, aggressive push coming out from fish123. Spots out one. Good shot coming out from Hip, but it's going to be a return very quickly back over towards it. So B does go over in favor of fish123. You can see everybody on NIP starting to set up, trying to see if they can get a little bit more vision as Soulcast is going to go ahead and plant down the spike. A couple of shots now starting to come through on the other side of it. Scream's trying to see if he can shoot anything. He is blind based off of this position. Does manage to pick up. It's going to be Soulcast that does line up another one, but it's going to be Scream that picks up the follow-up. Good plays coming through as now NIP has to figure out how they're going to handle anything that's going on with this. As they're trying to reposition out long windows, but just can't quite find a sightline yet.
Yeah, actually, the shrouded step from Korea might actually catch Scream off guard. He's going to have to back into the corner. He does go for the wall bang, but low player on both. Actually, only 70 HP on Korea, but much lower on Scream. Paranoia is going to get invested here. And again, he's in a really, really tough position. Scream will finally pick that one up. That's the 12th round going over to the Fish boys. And this is now very, very worrying because, again, NIP, I saw a couple of sheriffs. I'm not sure if there's an SMG or two, but you got to think their economy is going to be struggling coming into this round.
All right, so here we go. We're on match point. Looks like we can see fish123 eyeing back over towards that mid-window doors push. That's where they're stacking a lot of their people. On the other side of this, it looks like we're seeing maybe what could be a little bit more of an aggressive defense coming out. Well, I say that. It's going to be Sage Wall for a touch of a peek up there. Kree's going to reposition with the Omen off to the side. Not going to spot anybody looking around long just quite yet, as it looks like push is starting to come out from fish123 over towards doors. Maybe it's just a little bit of a bait, though. Has to be careful, as that's going to be Sova with a beautiful lineup back over towards Hunter's Fury, trying to just get away from that one. But now it's going to be the peak starting to come through. Lucker does manage to spot out one, make that two, picks that up very quickly. So now it's going to be in a nice position to set himself up for defense. How are we going to see fish123 respond?
Yeah, actually, Lucker nearly find a link through the dark cover there. Got him down to about half HP. It's interesting to see him try and force the issue onto Garage there. There was actually a double stack. So as soon as the Aldrone tag comes through onto Fearoth and he backs up to site, I'm assuming they thought it might just be one playing inside, but Lucker there to capitalize, I guess, on that unexpected position. And now going to have to rethink things a little bit now that they're in a 3v5 situation, and slow push coming out towards mid. Hip still over towards back site, and actually he might pick himself up a kill. He's actually going to play this position again. He's only got a Guardian though, so trade could be good. And actually he's not even going to get the first one. Cryptic's going to find a headshot with the Phantom. Actually that recon drone going to find him. A Soulcast, fantastic hold onto the C-Link there, and the spike will actually go down.
It was looking like this might go over in NIP's favor, but quick plays coming out from fish123. Now they can extend back down window, get a little bit more vision and space to work with to deny anybody going for the defuse. Back over towards the spike. Rhyme does manage to pick up Cryptics, who was their close defender, but now it's going to be about the ranged battle. Peeks back and forth. So going for a little bit of a bait, trying to draw attention off the side, and it's going to spot out the Sage. Lucker picking up another one, but Soulcast is going to go ahead and go for the shots. Still just trying to defend up, not trying to let the defuse go through, but trying to stick it off the side. It's going to spot out one, and there we go. Nice pickup coming up from Soulcast, and that's going to be fish123 winning the map.
Yeah, really, really good showing from fish123 again. I think they're in a position to make a statement.